cheesy power, and but at the same time I also a bit sadness, because I always think about people who cannot put out these feelings what they get when they listen very trash or very lame music, and I think it's really visible that who cannot enjoy, who has something because I don't know, a reason that they cannot enjoy it, and I think it's really interesting that it's super visible.
You mean like that people are embarrassed to admit that they enjoy it? Or
maybe embarrassed or
they just don't.
I don't know, shy or.
I think trash, we minimalize the value of these things, and I'm really working hard into thinking that there is no better or worse.
This feeling that this is really something private, you know, that it's really like I've had moments where I'm in the same room with a partner, and I just really wanted at that moment to play the video game, and I would just go into a corner and just play a little bit while they can't see the screen, you know, and when they would come I would just shut it down.
Which is trash, like the thing you throw out, which then is not true, because if we're thinking statistically, more people watch and listen and see, observe, whatever, trash than high art.
I think if I saw something that I didn't know and I didn't have a background to relate to it, I think I'd be more likely to view it as art. I think it would be harder for me to critique it, actually. And if it's something that I know really well, I feel super comfortable just like shitting on it completely.
Day by day, like you don't really get influenced by the word of trash, but if as we did before, if we really go deep into why it's called trash culture, maybe you start to think more why do we call this trash, you know, because maybe it gives us something that we don't really need to call it trash, you know, we don't really need to disprove it or to get less value, because because it's a type of culture also, we all sing to the songs in parties, so why is it something that is called trash, or it's called something as it is bad, or as it's you know?
So singing is art, dancing is art, and they are all doing it there. Acting is art, they are also acting, of course.
Constantly, this is a constant thing. Everyone out there is consuming trash, and so it's just a life for many people, you know. It's not questions, and so for us to call it trash is to say that this very basic layer of functioning of our society is shitty, and that we should feel shame for it.
There is this thing of a bit affordability, and not only affordability, but this I don't know if you say a commodity, and maybe that's not the word, but this comfort of you don't have to go anywhere, you turn on television and it's there.
If 10 people say Justin Bieber is shit, and then it's a trend to think Justin Bieber is shit, even if you maybe don't think so, you're gonna pretend that you think so and gonna listen to him in your room when you're alone.
Consuming more fancy, you know, higher class level, contemporary art and stuff, but to consume it as if it was trash. I really like going to art galleries and just looking at things and just being boobs, you know.
In Spain, all parties, there is going to be a reggaeton. And reggaeton is something local from Latin America, but it's everywhere right now. And even famous people listen to it, you know? So I think by the time that you get famous with it, it's going to be more accepted, even if you're doing the same when people didn't know you, you know? So I think that's what I was saying, that right now everything is mixing, and everything is approved by the society, but also I don't know. I just think that maybe we should think more about it.
And too, one of my English professors at one point was really picking on a student and really thought that he was really stupid and just had no value in the classroom. And at one point, the way that he judged him was asking him if he liked classical music and if he could name 3 pieces that he liked. And then when he did, he was like, oh, okay, you have value here because you know high culture. And that was crazy to me because, like, I didn't listen to classical music when I was 15, you know, but like it was.
We all have very different measurements for what trash is and what is elitist and what is pop culture.
And it's all these things that are repressed, actually, like, you know, exuberant sexuality is just like a fight against all of the repressed sexuality that we have in our culture.
Like, I really think that this is art. I mean, the Glee. Whatever, we can laugh a lot about it. I know it has lots of bad parts.
I think people of all socioeconomic statuses consume trash. Like, you know, like, you can ask any, like, people who work at the White House and they probably watch porn, you know.
Van Gogh was trash, but yeah, he didn't gain fame, money, whatever, until he died.
Peak of energy, and most of these peaks of energy, that if they come out raw, they're usually criticized by society and by, or at least by the society we were raised in. I mean, I don't know.
Like, it's not good quality, but I think it has its own value.
As everything now, like, it's getting everything like super universal. For example, because even if I'm a poor person, I will probably listen to the same music as you, because we all live in the same society that is like consuming the same things, even if we want it or not. You know, so we are all influenced by the same things, even if I have more money than you, or if you have less money than me, or the opposite, whatever. You know, so I don't think it's really like I think this is not valid because it's like the hierarchies are not divided by this in a way.
This is a bit of an affordability matter, which I mean, at least analyzing Portugal in general, usually people will tell you that they are not going to spend the money to go to the theater.
Are kind of like the base of our culture somehow. They're so omnipresent.
I also think some of the high art has no value.
More comes down to elitist and high classes looking down at specific forms of what is being produced and saying that it's only entertainment and that it's not art, maybe, rather than it being that like it's only related to a specific socioeconomic class. I think it's just more of a tendency of people who value like a really esteemed vision of art, that they're more likely to put it in that category that isn't necessarily validated upon anything else, you know.
From any other art, you know, there's like all this crazy skillfulness to it that is really incredible to appreciate. But also like everything is just like...
There was no skill, you know. Like you taped a banana to a wall.